Hello, Music Multiverse listeners, and welcome back to Beyond Your Radio Unknown Sundays. It's time to talk about another band, artist, or something in the music multiverse that might be relatively unknown, something you missed that our watchers, collectors, listeners might be interested in. A rabbit hole, so to speak, to go down. Could be the past, could be the present, a little bit of both. Please remember that this is an extension of beyondyourradio.com. The articles that are there, written there. So if you want the full detail, it's there for you to explore. There's little links to as well that you can't get from the YouTube kind of thing this is. You know, this one all starts with the avant-garde jazz rock darkness and guitar in Ding Dong, You're Dead in 2021. You want to find out who the greatest female guitarist right now on the planet is? Take this journey with me. I find it undoubtable that she is not. I don't even know how it came into my ear hole, but I'm assuming it might have been an attachment to Buckethead in a jazz environment that might have led me there. But it was just one of those long nights, I'm figuring, where early mornings, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning in front of the releases of the year. And I'm just searching for something that's not sickeningly familiar, overdone, or falsely touted because of the idiotic popularity or career longevity. You can insert any name or band that you'd like to at this point. Have at it. But I can think over 100 right now, and that would just waste a whole shitload of time. You know, but hey, there's different demographics for different folks. You know, I believe the review or teaser had something to do with some sort of rock, jazz, guitar slinging female that was pushing jazz rock fusion into a heavier, darker, psychedelic place that would haunt, groove, or maybe both. I put it on with extreme prejudice, and I was not to be disappointed. Those comments were dead on. She is by far my favorite all-around guitarist in the music multiverse because of her incredible diversity. She has this interesting ear for tone, changes, all kinds of stuff that I can't even fathom, and genre-breaking pursuits. This is incredible. This is the incredible Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen on Unknown Sundays 2025. If you're ready, because you better be, this is no faint jazz stroll. It's not a bit of rock and roll fused avant-garde march. This is complicated improvisationalist masterclass that spans from a near shredding fusion excursions to highly enlightened jazz trios that spin the electric and the acoustic bass and fusion clockwise and then try it counterclockwise on a whim. This is everything that goes for and against jazz. This is also an orchestrated jazz counterclass action, or even a progressive psychedelic pop rock blazing collaborativity that is completely unbound, live or in the studio. With a band, a trio, a full-on orchestra, legends, or brand newbies, doesn't matter. She has taken the jazz bull by the horns, the bass and drums, and like a matador, gracefully and violently ended their 30-year stuffy confinement. Let's start off with how she found her way to and through the jazz environment, the jazz conventionalisms at the Norwegian Academy. Prestige meets eagerness, absorption, and all-around appreciation for all forms of music, which secretly she must have been planning her diabolical plan to completely come unhinged as soon as possible. Okay, I'm laying it on thick as the Norwegian darkness, but once you start listening, you'll understand. Well, what side was she on, really? This is an honest jazz artist pretending to be a psychedelic rock? Maybe. This is a female guitar hero hiding under the beguiling genres of jazz? Maybe. Maybe not. This is Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen gorging on a buffet of sound that's presented to her ears in emotions, and of course, wickedly possessing her fingers to fret and beyond that. Yes, that's right. Sometimes her fingers aren't on the actual guitar. Sometimes it can be a violin bow. She's also into string arrangements and can do that as well. I guess that's no shock. There is not a sound that she cannot accompany or a rhythm, groove, and riff she cannot manipulate to manifest a fusion destiny of wicked proportions. So, what does this mean to the musicians around her? You better be ready, I guess, right? You better bring it, or you better already have it stashed away in your pocket somewhere in your arsenal, because once she starts, whether it's your wind instrument or the thumbing madness and massiveness of bass, whether it's electric or acoustic, or your feet and stick, the mechanics of percussion, everything is on deck and could be swept away at any moment by some tidal wave, massive storm wave at any moment that, or it can be tranquil as the Dead Sea on an eerie evening with a slice of red moon and hazy murk. Okay, and once again, I'm laying it on thicker than bronze. And this is serious, because you know how serious cheese is, and the ostrovo that goes with it. That would be the instrument that slices the cheese. The Hedvig Mollestad Trio is the first real good prime example of coming to terms with being within the guitar aura and creativity of such a unique talent. They don't have the luxury of just stopping and letting the solo have its way. I don't think that's how she would want it anyway. Ellen Brecken, the bass, and Ivar Lorgstad on drums have to find the sonic plane that she's on and temper or move within the jet streams of jazz fusion, rock fusion, or avant-garde virtuosity that just becomes whatever it becomes. Ellen is probably one of the most underrated bass players on the planet in jazz right now, and Ivar has to be compared in the likes of combination of a Ginger Baker and maybe our YouTube buddy there, Andy Edwards, with maybe a dash of Art Blakely. That's pretty high respect. Outstanding trios in avant-garde jazz go, I couldn't mention a more tightly talented and breathing vessel than this. As outstanding trios in avant-garde jazz go, I couldn't mention anybody off the top of my head that are as thick as thieves as these three. They are outbucking standing while being out of this world in studio recording, and for when I'm seen live, not that I've been there, but they do the same thing live and maybe even exacerbate it even more. But that's not it. What about a full-on orchestra for Hedvig? A snap for her, but can the Trondheim Jazz Orchestra follow such craziness, the embellishments, and some improv of their own? The answer is Donna Obis Peppa. That's like a jazz doubting Thomas's slap in the face. Yes. When the orchestra sucks it all in and envelops it, they do wondrous things. We even get some organ slaying it with some unnatural violin virtuosity. So check that box a couple of times for the modern orchestrated jazz lovers. Are you feeling the love now of this guitarist? you should be getting into? Well, wait a minute. I'm not even done yet. Not even close to done. This is, I won't even tell you how far we're going to get. Now it's time to enter the Ouijans. I don't even think anybody from the US would even know what a Ouijan is. I probably didn't know at that time. So we're talking about the casual wear of shoes. Comfortable, undeniable perfection and shoemanship. The Norwegian slipper that's so perfect, it's like you're walking on thick, fluffy clouds. Okay, I'm laying it on thick as a Norwegian. No, let's stop that. I've done that enough. But more importantly, it's a made-up word. It's a made-up word. So now get ready, because Thomassen is going to wage a jazz fusion Ouijan war right at the start of the formation of this and the lead track, which is Go at Your Peril. Which starts off in this eeriness and wages onward with everything. All the artists involved in this go right into the fray at the end. Then there are moments of non-ambient live ambient. Does that make any sense? It's like a minimalistic tinkering that somehow has a melody, and it's transfixing. It's dragging you down, or it's keeping you wirely aware that come Monday, which is the track, is going to be there waiting for you. And it ain't going to be a nice pair of Ouijans waiting for you. It's unless Ouijans are on the feet of impending shadowy figures with paranoid faceless anxiety. This is music for your porch on Halloween, intertwined with Death Cube K, which is a Buckethead project. Hedvig Mollestad's Ouijans is the actual name of the album as well, features the keyboardist from Elephant 9, which we've mentioned before on this channel, a drummer, Ollie, I think it's Mofchistel, if I'm saying it wrong, and Trevor Dunn on bass. Still not with us maybe on this Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen guitar jazz rock hero path. I can't believe it, but you're not impressed yet. You're not over the moon. I got more. What do I got to prove? Okay. One more side to this guitar beast that is Hedvig. How about some death and roll? No, that's not jazz. I'm trying to paint this masterpiece artist here, so hang on to your teeth. In 2009, she was in a band called the Cum Shots on the album A Life Less Necessary. Damn it, that's a great title album. Got the gun on the cover. We might even have covered this band on That's Your Band Name, I'm pretty sure, but I'd have to go back. This is a straight up banger of heavy death groove, so suck that down through your guitar meat straw, okay? But as impressive as that is, it's probably quite simple to her, to be honest with you. So she gets a call from a well-respected but not as well-known morphing progressive band, which it's criminal considering, called White Willow, to see if she could come on and entrance their listeners, or enhance even the virtuosity surrounding it with her guitar amplitude. White Willow's Future Hopes from March of 2017 is the recording. This gives you Hedvig working in acoustically, electrically, and completely absorbing the Genesis meets a dark wave folk that feels like Joni Mitchell, King Crimson, and there's even a spot on In Dim Days where she's hearkening to the Pink Floydian animal within her fingertips. White Willow is a very interesting progressive band to jump down a rabbit hole too, I would tell you. Yes, they do fit in the discussion of the professor's picks, having been produced by the Laser's Edge. And since 1995, they've pretty much represented the prog world pretty proud. I just purchased 2 albums after this review. I suppose that's no shock to anyone. I severely hope you're willing to take a full-on plunge into this guitarist's catalog. After my several weeks in virtual Norway and the surrounding area lately, I'm thinking that a pilgrimage of sound is going to somehow be required once my kids have embarked on their life's journey. Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen has scratched more than the surface in just 15 years, but I have a wicked intense feeling that she's nowhere near finished. Hell, I wouldn't be if I was as talented as her. There's no limit to her possession of music through her guitar and the storytelling it can weave emotionally within. Just to give you some prime examples and things that are going on, every year, the Tromsø International Film Festival invites musicians to compose new music to films from silent era films. Okay. This time, they asked composer and guitarist Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen, who was invited to be the musical director for the silent film concert Limite. So limit. Limitless, huh? With her 7 albums, 3 solo releases, 2 Spellemann Awards, and multi-nominations, she has established herself as a recognized artist and talent. I don't know what she has in the wings, which is slightly unusual because when I do these, the band normally comes up or someone comes up or something they're doing. But considering the catalog I already have digitally, the explorations of going back, it just keeps revealing more and more. It's like a re-listening experience that brings me immediately back to why I'm so attached to the belief that she is the best female guitarist in the world right now. She can play anything with anyone and completely envelop the concept, enhance the beauty or emotion, as well as throw down and blow the music through the back wall of the studio if it's required. Although I have never seen a live performance in person, I have a feeling that that is the case as well. I'm hoping to rectify that if she was to come across the Atlantic Ocean, or if I make my pilgrimage. She has been the artist headliner in residence for the Mold International Jazz Festival. She did that in 2023. That festival brags headliners and artists in residence like Bill Frisell of last year, Chick Corea, Pat Metheny, Joshua Redmond, Yat Iver, not to mention Mats Gustafsson and John Zorn. This is a rare guitarist in the world today. And like Jeff Beck's embodiment for the instrument, I hear here again that kind of scope of greatness. And I would hate for it to be something that you discovered later, because there's a lot to be discovered already, and I'm knowing what's to come. An unbelievable breadth of work that she could continue to ride into the future of music, to either ride with it, which I think she can do, and has proven that, or shape it to her sonic will, which has definitely been noted in most of these records. Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen, albums of just solo, okay, it'll be Echidna in 2020, Tempest Revisited in 2021. Now, under the Hedvig Mollestad trio, and I have all of these. They were part of a download. I just had to have it. 2011, Shoot. 2013, All of Them Witches, not to be confused with the stoner rock band, nor did the stoner rock band name themselves after this record. 2014's Enfant Terrible. 2016's Black Stabat Mater. 2016's Evil in Oslo. 2019's Smells Funny. And of course, the record I started with in 2021, Ding Dong, You're Dead. The Hedvig Mollestad Wegens, 2023 album Wegens. Now, under collaborations, 2009's A Life Less Necessary, Under the Cum Shots. She did some work with Jari Berhoft in 2010. I think it's called One Man, Two Band. John Eberson Group in 2011. That's the Coarse Sand and the Names We Wrote. With the Trondheim Jazz Orchestra in 2011, it was Migrations. And in 2022, Maternity Beat, which features more of Hedvig Mollestad, I think, than that 2011 album. And then with Hilde Mary Niertzen in 2011, called Let's Let Go. And in 2012, she was with El Doom and the Born Electric, which was self-titled. What did you think of Hedvig Mollestad Thomassen, the Hedvig Mollestad Trio, and the other projects? How deep did you dive? Is this in your wheelhouse? Is this one of the best female guitarists currently on the planet to encompass multi-formats and genres? Maybe you've seen her live. I'd love to hear what that's like. Please comment. Like what you like, leave what you don't. Of course, if you haven't subscribed to the channel, we'd love for you to do so. We'd hate for you to miss anything we were doing. I'll see you next week for Sheila Divine on Unknown Sundays. We're on the web at beyondyourradio.com, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube, of course, articles, videos. We got a podcast coming in April. It's all about albums, bands, artists. I mean, anything we can get our hands on just to tempt you into music you haven't heard, maybe. Go beyond your radio with us, a real music appreciation channel. Thanks for watching and happy listening.